What's up? This is Metal Nate, and I am here with Rory from Shikari. How are you doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. It's nice and hot, but not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, this has probably been one of the less hot days, actually. Like every other day, I have to plaster myself in sun cream, otherwise I just get fried with my English ginger skin.
So you can't go shirtless then with that skin, can you?
No way. You wouldn't want to see me shirtless anyway. It's not.
Well, you're probably pretty sunburnt the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys just released Live from Planet Earth this past Monday, and that includes a live CD of your performance in Hatfield, and 2 DVDs with footage from performances in Hatfield, Tokyo, London, and Camden.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
I had to look that up for it was hidden. How long has this been in the work for you? Because that's a lot of footage to put into one DVD, or one package rather, 2 DVDs.
Yeah, I mean, like over the whole course of our career, we've been just collecting videos and just sort of filming them for personal use, or but when you go to a lot of festivals, like in Tokyo, they film it and then just give you the DVD afterwards.
That's a good deal.
I don't really know why they do that, to be honest, but a lot of music festivals do that. Well, actually, no. I guess if they're covering it for a TV show or something, then they just give you a copy anyway. So we just basically had like loads of footage archived in our office in St Albans, and we just thought we might as well get it out there, give the fans sort of an honest view of like who we are, where we came from, what we've done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a documentary from the first time we went to Russia as well. It's pretty funny. So
awesome. And this is not your first DVD either. You guys have 2 other ones. It's like a they're like bootleg style ones, right?
Yeah. Well, we got a bootleg live CD. We got a couple of bootleg live CDs. And we've also released a live DVD with the first and the second album, I think.
Yes, this will be the 3rd one. Cool.
Yeah.
And okay, so in May you released. I'm gonna butcher this. So in English it would be Quelle Surprise, like in American English, but in the song he says Quelle Surprise. Is that?
Yeah, it's actually a French. Yeah. So it's quite awkward for like anyone who doesn't learn French at school, because obviously in England we all learn French at school, but it's actually pronounced Quelle Surprise.
Quelle Surprise, okay.
Yeah.
And
we've actually made a t-shirt this year that said K-E-L-L fucking Surprise.
That's awesome.
To really spell it out so that everyone got it right.
And that means like what a surprise or something like that?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I did look that part up.
Cool. Nice.
So is that track a good gauge for what the rest of the new album that's coming out in January is going to sound like?
Well, as with any Shikari song, like no one sounds the same as another one.
Very true.
We're constantly like sprouting off in new directions, and so you can never always expect the unexpected. I'd say like with this next album, because it's mental. Like some of it sounds like Sigur Rós or Jose Gonzalez or something, and some of it sounds like in Dillinger Escape Plan or Sick of It All, or there's loads of dubstep and drum and bass and UK garage, and there's loads of shit in there. So
I mean, it's hard to compare you guys to any other band though, because you have a sound that's so uniquely melding so many different like styles. I mean, you can definitely hear influences from like hardcore to dubstep, like electronica, EDM, to metal, to even like almost hip hop at times.
Yeah.
With Rose vocals.
Yeah. I mean, we've just never really been afraid to take influences from, anywhere we like. We really try to explore every little crevice of like music that influences us and try to incorporate it into our music, just for our personal enjoyment, really. We don't think. I don't know. We don't really like to be pigeonholed as a band. We don't really like to be tied down to one sort of scene or one sort of sound. So we just kind of.
That's understandable.
Branch out. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna ever be in danger of that.
Hopefully not.
And besides Quelle Surprise, you also have a song that was released last year, and I'm blanking on the name right now, and I should know this.
Stabilized.
Stabilized, yes.
Yeah.
Now, is that going to be? Is there an EP that's coming out before the new album, or is that?
Yeah. Well, actually, Destabilize and Kel Surprise are both not going to be on the album.
Okay.
They're just sort of like, because we had so many songs that we wanted to release that we just thought we'd just release those two separately.
So they're holding us over until the full release of the new
exactly.
album?
But there will be another single release in a few months.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So you know, we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Sounds good. Sorry, someone's trying to hang up my phone. Someone's cool. That's your phone up. Yeah, it's Brian. My co-DJ is calling me. I think he wants it on the interview, too bad.
Right.
He was late. So you spent a few weeks in Bangkok, Thailand, recording, right?
Yeah.
Well, 3 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, but it's a couple of hours south of Bangkok, but Bangkok was kind of the nearest kind of town, big place. Yeah, that was amazing. That was kind of just like a paradise little studio cut off from the whole rest of the world. Just encased in 4 walls, had like a swimming pool, like hotel style rooms, like 4 rooms that were kind of like hotel. There was like a cook that cooked for us.
Sounds like a great setup.
Yeah, and then the studio was just incredible. It had like a huge live room based on the Abbey Road room where the Beatles used to record. But the control room was like state of the art. It was incredible. It was just like, it was like the only thing we had to think about out there was actually making music and being creative, and I think it really helped us. Like in 3 weeks out there, we managed to do like, I swear, a month and a half's worth of work that we would have done in the UK.
And that's a far cry from where you recorded the last album. Wasn't it like a shack or something like that, like in the countryside?
Oh no,
that's not where your practice area.
It wasn't a shack. Well, the first album we did in this studio called Outhouse Studio, which was a tiny little place at the bottom of this garden, where it's like there's one room for recording everything, like vocals, drums, everything. There's one room where everyone sat and like mixed and stuff, the control room. That was pretty much it. And then the second album we did in a haunted mansion that was like over 1,000 years old, where like, it used to be a monastery, and like, I can't remember which king, but one of the kings was like held captive there. One of the English-British kings, like hundreds of years ago. And that was
cool history
amazing.
to it.
So yeah, we've kind of done it all. Well, we haven't done it all, but you know, we're getting close to it.
I mean, geez, this area in Thailand sounds amazing. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where we're gonna do the next one, like in a skyscraper or something. I don't know what.
It's gonna be hard to one up that, right?
Yeah, I don't know where else we go, like, you know, but.
I mean, if you're into the ocean, I guess you could go to like Australia or something and like go visit Parkway Drive and like hang out with them and do some stuff over there. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool though.
Go surfing with Winston or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I love surfing.
So you guys have a lot of your stuff has, or most of your songs have very politically charged messages. And I read that they're not going to be as straightforward with this album. I read a quote from Roe that said that, and I was wondering, is it still like extremely politically charged in the new material?
Yeah, I don't know when he said that. That might have been a misquote, because I mean, this album lyrically is very direct. It's very like, I mean, we've got even more confidence to kind of talk about things that we want to talk about. So I don't know. Maybe someone wrote up a.
Yeah. I'll have to check my source on that one. But how does your approach to writing and recording different? I mean, you were in a different kind of environment for this one.
It was.
Don't worry about it. Sorry.
No, it's alright. It was pretty similar, to be honest, to the last times we've recorded. I don't know. Sorry, I'll start that again. Yeah, no, it's pretty similar to the last time we recorded. We just wrote most of it in the low, which is a little, it's kind of like a big glamorized shed in the back of Chris Batten's garden.
That's okay. That's where you write. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was where you write, where you wrote, or where you recorded.
That's where we write, and then and then we just go into the studio and just kind of experiment, and just we actually got my whole pedal board out and like routed the mixing desk through my pedal board so that we could put anything through the pedal board, and like vocals, bass, guitars, like electronics, we could just anything through all these guitar pedals and just fuck about with it manually and stuff. So we did that loads. That was really fun. We just kind of like to keep things fresh and exciting and organic, and like, you know, a lot of the effects that you hear on the guitars and vocals and everything like were actually recorded straight into the desk. They weren't like recorded and then messed around with for ages, you know, on Pro Tools or anything. So it's very like spontaneous, organic kind of sound that we were going for this time.
And is there any more that you want to talk about the new record? Anything else you wanted to tell like Enter Shikari fans?
No, just keep your eyes out for the next single. At the moment we've got Kel Surprise out there with the video. Check it out.
There's a great video for that too.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
And shifting back to Warped Tour, are there any bands that you're really excited to be on? This is your second time on Warped too, because you were here last year.
Yeah.
Got the chance to interview you last year. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But is there anyone you're really excited to tour with, or you try to see on a daily basis?
Well, last year there was Dillinger Escape Plan. Now they're pretty much one of the only ones we tried to see on a daily basis. This year there isn't any daily basis bands, but there are good bands. There's Bad Rabbits, they're good. Go Radio, they're good. Probably the two main ones, I reckon.
Okay. What's happening for the band after Warped Tour? What are you guys up to?
We go back to the UK. We've got Reading and Leeds Festival, and then we got main stage. So hopefully about 60,000 people. So that'd be nuts.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And then after that we have a tour around the UK and Europe with Let Live and Your Demise, which is going to be nuts.
Let Live is ridiculous live too.
Yeah,
their live show is fantastic.
So inspirational, like we were just so excited about it. And Your Demise as well, just like amazing hardcore, like. So can't wait for that. It's going to be great.
Sounds like you got a great rest of the year coming.
Yeah. And we're coming back here as well in November time.
Any hints on who you're going to be with, or?
Not allowed to say yet.
I figured. It's okay. It is really far off. And then, is there anything you'd like to tell fans about Live from Planet Earth? Maybe fans who haven't bought it yet, skeptical about it. I know why they would be, but
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's just like a very honest representation of us. You know, it kind of shows like us from when we're playing like tiny little shows where like it sounds terrible and we're constantly messing up because, you know, sweaty kids are constantly like bashing into us and falling onto my pedal board and stuff. So it's everything from that to like big shows with big production, and
so it shows
festival
both
shows
sides
and, yeah, it sort of shows also. It's even got some really old stuff where like we're wearing like stupid clothes and like I've got a stupid stripe in my hair and stuff. Like it's just loads of like ridiculous things that you look back on now and you're like, did I really think that was cool? Like, what the fuck was I thinking?
But you released it anyway?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why not?
It takes guts to do that, though.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for doing the interview today. We really appreciate it.
No worries, man.